Now there's an investigation underway into that plane crash that killed 10 people.
Attention all aircraft on tower. Everybody just stand by. We had a accident on the field.
Pilot of this Cirrus single-engine airplane that crashed was clearly having trouble landing.
Too high, and you are clear to land.
35 clear to land. Trying to get down again.
Ma'am, straighten up, straighten up.
We're not inventing new ways to kill ourselves. In 2019, General Aviation suffered from 224 fatal aircraft accidents. That's 382 lives we lost in a single year, just in General Aviation, and they were all preventable.
7 airplanes in the last 60 days that fell out of the sky on a day VFR flight because of lack of speed. Right. We gotta be able to fix that. We've already had 2 documented cases of people that wrote in and said, we saw the videos, we went out and trained, we flew, and ironically, we had an engine failure right afterwards, and we were ready and we're alive.
You don't know when it's gonna happen. It might be that takeoff that yields a higher density altitude than you expected and your takeoff rolls a lot longer. There could be a loss of power on the climb out, or it could be that one base to final turn that you get too slow on. All of these fatal accident scenarios have 2 things in common: loss of awareness and loss of control. We're not calling for more regulations to require more frequent flight reviews. We don't need or want more government intervention to fix this. What we need to do as active aviators in the community is change our attitude toward recurrent training in general aviation.
Whoa, something going on here. My RPMs are low, abort.
Airlines in the United States have an exceptional safety record, and comparing the fatality numbers over the years between general aviation and the 121 world is pretty eye-opening. And the bottom line is, the airlines take safety, proficiency, and recurrent training far more seriously than we do in general aviation. And we just need to admit that to ourselves. Dan Greider has adapted a concept called AQP from the airlines to start the conversation about how we can combat this fatal accident rate in general aviation. Steve from the channel Flight Chops has worked with Dan on several video projects to highlight this concept. And now Dan is coming here to Texas to work with me on this series to take this concept to the next level. Through this upcoming AQP video series, you'll watch the process of Dan teaching me, a young, inexperienced flight instructor, how to teach this concept to my own students in the form of a flight review. And as a result, we hope to educate all flight instructors out there on this concept and how they can teach it to their students, so we can finally curb this fatal accident rate in general aviation and ultimately save lives.
Save your life. Get that airspeed back up.
Subscribe to Aviation 101 on YouTube and turn on those notifications so you can stay tuned for what will perhaps be some of the most important content I've ever produced. We're aiming to save your life, and you won't want to miss this series.